Are we ready? Then let's admit all and let people in. Good evening, everybody. Hello, hello. 200 participants are already in our call. Good evening. Today it's Wednesday, the 5th of November, and I'm more than happy to welcome you to the Nutrition Masterclass. It will be all about Restore and Nourish tonight. But before we go into our call, I want to point out a few housekeeping things. So, first of all, if you have any questions, please feel free to put them into our chat. Let them know we are trying to answer your questions. If you do understand me, that means you speak English. If you don't understand what I'm saying, then there is the interpretation button below. So please click your interpretation button and choose the language of choice. So we today have the interpretation in 5 different languages, and we checked everything before. It should work fine. If it doesn't work for you, just let us know in the comments. Good evening. Yes, it's good to see already that you are letting us know where you're coming from. Please write into the chat. I'm curious. Where are you coming from? Where are you dialing in tonight? I see we have people from Spain, from Germany, from Sweden, from the Netherlands. Great, great, great. So, I am pretty sure you are as excited and curious to see and to learn today all about the benefits of our amazing Simon Orion MD products, our Nourish and Restore products individually, but as well as a combination. And who would be better for giving us insights and even more about our beautiful products than our beautiful nutrition expert? She is not only a nutrition expert and scientist, she wrote books and so much more. So I want to welcome to tonight's call Dr. Daniela Morandi. Daniela, so good to have you on the call. Good evening.
Thank you, Bastian. So happy to be here again with you. And good evening to everybody. Thank you for being here with us tonight. So we are going to start and talk about our two wonderful products, Restore and Nourish. And we start from Restore. Why do we start from Restore? Because an healthy gut is really the key factor to have beauty and the overall well-being. But we're trying to understand a little bit more. Why can we say so? As you probably know, the gut is our second brain, and it is so powerful and so influent that it can influence skin, because having a nice healthy gut means having a very glowing and healthy skin and fewer imperfection, because we are going to act on inflammation. It can influence the body weight, because an healthy gut can regulate metabolism, so how the cellular metabolism work and how nutrients are absorbed by the body. It can influence energy, because it can improve the production of vitamins, and it can also influence the absorption in order to have the better absorption of the body. It can influence the mood. 90% of the happiness hormone, the serotonin, is produced in the gut. And even if this kind of serotonin doesn't go in the brain, it's so powerful that can influence the mood. And longevity, as long as we think about longevity like living healthy and better, as long as we can, of course. Let's go through the ingredients. The Restore is a very smart and clever product because it's not only prebiotic, it's not only probiotic, as it usually it's easy to find on the market. It's a symbiotic. That means that we have together both pre and probiotic. Why is it so important? Because if we think about a garden, our gut is like a garden, and the probiotic are the seeds, and the prebiotic, that are fibers, are the fertilizers for the seeds. So let's start to talk about the first fiber, the first prebiotic, the blonde psyllium seed husk. His key action is being the gut cleanser. He really keeps the gut clean from the bad bacteria. It acts like a fertilizer, but the very important action of the psyllium is the gel that can form. This gel is very important because it protects the bacteria, then gives the satiety. That's why using on a constant basis the Restore gives a better also sugar level, so we don't have so much hunger, and therefore we can manage, or we can do also weight management. And also it can bind toxins. That means that it has a very good detox action. The inulin is really the food. Is really the favorite food for the bacteria, especially the bifidobacteria. Is going to increase satiety through different mechanism, hormonal mechanism, so very, very good action, reduces the belly bloating, and thanks to the fermentation that the probiotic is going to do with the inulin, we produce the short chain fatty acids that are very important for the metabolism, for the glucose level, that means less hunger, and the fat oxidation, that means that we use better the fat. We have studies that demonstrate, that show that we have a reduction in the belly fat accumulation. It can improve the absorption of nutrient, and that's interesting because sometimes we eat a lot of food, vitamins, proteins, but if the gut doesn't work, we're not going to use them, so they are useful, completely unuseful. And the secretin inulin can also increase the bacteria, the two bacteria that we have in the same product. So these were the fertilizers. Let's now look at the seeds. We have the lactobacillus. He's the guardian of the microbiota. He's very strong against pathogens, especially against Candida. Candida is very common nowadays because our nutrition is too rich in carbohydrates and sugars. It can also strengthen the immune system, and that's very interesting, especially in this period of the year. It helps the lactose digestions. The name tells everything. It is going also to increase the serotonin production, so supports the prebiotic with the mood. It can work on the appetite control thanks to the gut-brain axis that can regulate if we feel hungry or not. Support the vitamin production, so that's very interesting, especially the B2, 6, 9, and 12, and the K that works very well with the D3 for joints, for the joints. And also regulate the chronobiology, that is the internal clock, the one that regulates when we sleep, when we stay awake, and all the cellular renovation process that acts during the night. Then we have the Bifidobacterium lactis. He's the balancer. He's the balancer because he can decrease the bad bacteria and increase the good ones. We can't have only good ones, and we can't have only bad ones, of course, because otherwise we are in trouble. Usually the perfect combo, the perfect ratio is 85% good bacteria, 15% bad bacteria. It also decreases inflammation because it's going to support the fermentation of the prebiotics. So we have an increase of short chain fatty acid, and that's very good for the skin glow. It can enhance the immune system and the serotonin. So this restore seems to work really, really well on our both immune system, but also on our mood, and decreases the visceral fat accumulation and decreases the oxidative stress. That means that it's going to fight the free radicals that we have all around us. Then we have another very interesting ingredient that I call the shield, because vitamin C is very a key ingredient for a lot of things. First of all is the collagen architect. Without vitamin C, we cannot have a very useful synthesis of effective synthesis of collagen. Therefore, it helps to keep the integrity of the gut barrier. And that's interesting because if we have problems like the leaky gut syndrome, that is very common, we are in trouble, because that means that we don't use the nutrients properly, and we are going to have infections issues. It can support overall immune system. Everybody knows that vitamin C is fundamental for the immune system. It can protect, it's really the shield for the bacteria from the free radicals. Also can regulate the pH, that is very important in our body, but we're going to talk about that a little bit later with the next product. And also vitamin C is essential to have the ideal iron absorption, that is very important for our health and also for the oxygen that we have available in our body. So why should we use Restore? First of all, the gut health, because having together the prebiotic and the probiotic, they protect the microbiota. And of course, the Restore is really the ideal product for all the family. I don't see any problem in using the Restore. For the beauty, of course, because thanks to the vitamin C and the collagen, we can support the gut barrier that we saw. It's very interesting. And also we are working on the gut skin axis. So when we talk about glowing, skin glowing, that's very important. It can support the weight loss, and it acts on the appetite control thanks to the gel that is forming from the psyllium, the inulin, from which fermentation we have the short chain fatty acids, and they can also act on sugar management. And also, don't forget that the probiotic can really act on the gut-brain axis that regulate the appetite. We have the immune support, so remember in this season is very important. And also we have a better digestion, since we have a better utilization of the nutrients, the vitamins and the minerals that we are going to eat and take. Just a suggestion, if you find a customer that has very serious issues with the gut, a little trick, just start with a low dosage, just start with 1 scoop at night. And when you see that he's okay, that the belly is okay, because the fiber can give a little bit of bloating, especially if the gut is really, really upset, you go at full dosage. Now, one of my favorite, Nourish. I call it the meal replacement 4.0. And why do we say so? Why do I say so? Because the Nourish is very, very clever. We have a triple action satiety system because we have protein, we have the combo guar plus psyllium, and then we have inulin plus resistant dextrin. Therefore, it acts on multi-temporal and satiety engineering system because those fibers, we are going to see later, are acting on in different parts of the gut, and therefore we have satiety so long. It's beauty from within because we have a bunch of protein and minerals, and so we have the perfect collagen and skin kit. And also it has an anti-aging and longevity action thanks to the pool of vitamins and minerals all packed together. Okay, the queen of the formula is the soy protein. It's a complete protein. That's very important because usually people, when see protein coming from something vegetal, thinks they are not complete. They might miss something. Soy protein has all the essential amino acids, so all the ones that we do not produce, we have to take by the food. And it is also very important for the skin health. It's absolutely low carb and low fat. Even if we add the soy milk, we stay very low in carbs and fat, and that's very interesting. It has a very high biological value. That means that we are going to use this protein because some kind of protein are interesting on the paper, but when you see in action, we cannot metabolize them. And the soy protein is very good to elicit satiety because it's going to work on different satiety hormones. And the soy is very similar to the response that animal protein can give. And last but not least, it protects the muscle mass. So especially when we diet and we try to follow hypocaloric approach, we have a hypocaloric approach. It's very interesting to supplement with soy protein in order not to lose the muscles instead of the fat. Then we have what I call the satiety secret. When I first tried Nourish, I always say that I saw the label and I said, oh, I'm going to starve because it's not possible that this product can give me such a long satiety. Then I tried and I was crazy because I couldn't understand in the first moment what was the secret, how was it possible. So then I understood that we have a trick, we have a secret. There is fibers plus the guar gum. The secret is every fiber acts in different moment in the digestive tract. Therefore, it can give such a long satiety. We have resistant dextrin, even if it is a dextrin, is a low glycemic dextrin, it gives a very prolonged appetite control, and also is very important because it's going to improve the good bacteria and also the production of the short chain fatty acid that we saw in Restore are so important when we are going to talk about weight management. We have inulin. Inulin in the Nourish also feeds the good bacteria like in the Restore. It supports the weight management for this reason, but also regulates the sugar absorption. Every time we say the word sugar absorption, sugar level, means that we are going to improve the satiety. Then the gel of the psyllium, as I said in Restore, gives satiety. That's why in the Nourish is so fundamental. And also the psyllium acts on the sugar absorption. So we have no chance to have glucose peaks. And then the guar gum, it's very interesting because it contributes to give satiety, reduces the caloric intake as a secondary action, also acts on sugar absorption, and is going to balance the ratio between bad and good bacteria. And this is very important, as I said before, when we are talking about weight management. But we also have a real vitamin star system. We have all the B's, and last time when we talk about Nourish, I didn't talk about the vitamins because I wanted to, that was the first time I wanted to explain better the other ingredients. But this time I wanted to take a moment to go through very quickly all the benefits that we have from the group B. The B1 improves energy, the cell's energy, and that means that we have a better skin. The B2 is a protection against the ROS. They are very dangerous free radicals. The B3 is the energy money, what we call the energy money for the metabolism. The B5 supports the fat expenditure, so that's interesting for our weight management, but also if we can use fat means that we have more energy that we can use for our day. The B6 is vital to have the protein, the synthesis of the protein, and so to preserve the muscle mass. The B7 acts on the carb and fat usage, so and also the biotin is very important for hair and nails, as we said many times. The B9 is essential to have the right turnover of the cells. As you know, we renew the cells many times in our lives, and it is very important that this mechanism works. And the B12 is very good for the glow, and we have more energy at our disposal, especially if we try to cut calorie in to lose weight. But we also have A, C, D, E, and K. A is interesting and important also for the skin turnover. The C, as we said, is the cofactor, is essential for the collagen, and also it can regenerate vitamin E. That means that when it can recharge the vitamin E, so the vitamin E can go on doing her job. The D is essential for the bones and teeth and works well with the K. And the E acts as a shield, as a protection for the skin. Then let's take a look at the minerals. We have an interesting range of minerals. The one that I call the Alka Power. The potassium is gives us healthy plump because it's going to give the hydration inside the cells. And the calcium and the magnesium in a citrate form are very important, excuse me, for the alkaline load. Why is it so important that we stay in an alkaline state? Because when we are acid, and unfortunately due to the nutrition, the stress, so the poisoning that we have outside, the pollution, we are all acids. That means that the body is going outside the balance. So if we can stay alkaline and we can help our body to stay alkaline, we are going to improve our health from all the point of view, also the beauty point of view. Then we have the beauty team. The zinc, that is very important for collagen, is another cofactor, like the vitamin C, is really important for nail hairs and also for the sebum. We have collagen the copper, that is the third cofactor for collagen synthesis, but is also important for the pigmentation of the hair. The antioxidant selenium is one of the main antioxidant that we have, very important for our cells. And the iron gives the skin glow, the glow to the skin, because it improves the oxygenation and the circulation. So we can say that with zinc, copper, and selenium, we have the triad of the skin barrier and the collagen. But we also have the weight loss support minerals. Magnesium works on insulin sensitivity, so is always connected with glucose and is connected with appetite. Therefore, it's easier to follow a diet. So we have less craving, and it's very interesting for sleep management. And we know that sleeping well is a key factor to lose weight, because if we don't sleep well, we increase cortisol, and the cortisol is the hormone that unfortunately make us store fat. The zinc can modulate very well the appetite hormone signals, different pathways, very interesting. And we have the manganese that supports the efficiency of the body, of the metabolism, for the usage of fat and carbs. So, why the Nourish is different? First of all, is a clean, very clean protein, and we have very low sugar and calories. And even if we add the soy milk or other vegetable milk that is recommended to have a meal replacement, we are very low in fat and carbs. It has a smart multi-fiber, and it's a multi-stage satiety system, because as we said, resistant dextrin plus inulin plus guar gum have two different kind of fiber. One is viscous and the others are fermentable. So we have a perfect control of hunger for a long period. We have a real micronutrient platform. It's not just say like a sprinkle. We have 24 between vitamins and minerals. We have the full B complex, so it's very interesting. And then we have C, D, A, E, iron, and zinc, very well balanced. We have all the collagen building blocks, vitamin C, copper, that is very important for the cross-linking, because we need to have the synthesis of the collagen, but we also need to have an efficient cross-linking. That means that we have a more stable structure of the collagen of the skin. And we have the protein. So these are all building blocks for the collagen synthesis. And we have the citrate electrolytes that have the alkalinization action on the body, and also they can improve the performance at a neuromuscular tone. What are the weight loss advantages? First of all, we have a complete meal with all my vitamins, with all the minerals, so there's no way to have a deficit. It is something that happens very often if we don't take the right meal supplement. We have prolonged satiety thanks to the sugar-free mix of fibers, and also we can fight the carb craving for this reason. I mean, being sugar-free and having the perfect mix with fibers, we don't have any kind of problem with hunger in the afternoon. We have the action, the alkalizing action from the minerals, And that's very important if we want to have the ideal fat burning process. And last but not least, we don't have to think. Very often, people make the wrong choices because they think too much. They have too many choices, and at the end, they do the wrong choices. But we also have wellness and beauty advantages. We have immune support because we have the proteins, vitamins, and minerals that are very, very important to have an active and efficient immune system. And this is why Nourish can be a very good support, also like Restore for the season. And we have a very good digestion system and bloating free combination because we have psyllium and resistant dextrin. We have day long energy thanks to the fact that we have very low carbs, we have no crashes, we have no sugar, so we have energy all day long, also because we have a bunch of vitamins supporting that. And we have skin and beauty health. As I said, we have all the B spectrum and the C and the zinc and also the copper that are essential for collagen and the cell turnover. And then we have the hair and nails building blocks. There are proteins, zinc, and biotin. But how can we and when can we use Nourish? Okay, Nourish is a meal replacement. So we can use Nourish if we wanna lose weight, but we can also use Nourish if we want to maintain weight. But it's something I think we just think everybody thinks that the meal replacement is something that you use if you wanna follow a diet. And that's a wrong thought because since it is a complete meal replacement, it can be a meal replacement. That's it for everybody. So good for all the family. Even if I don't want to diet, if I don't want to maintain, I can use it as I use meat and vegetables and fruit. It's the same, absolutely the same. It's a protein support, very family friendly. Everybody can use it if they need to have extra protein. We can use it if people don't like to eat traditional protein, so that's good for vegan, but it's also good for omnivore diet. Some people don't really like the taste of protein, so Nourish can be a very good replacement. It can be a snack or it can be also a breakfast substitute. And usually I say one scoop is enough because it's very satiating and is going to avoid late afternoon carb craving and especially the dangerous late snacks. And it is also very useful and comfortable when we travel and we don't know, we have no idea about what we are going to find on the way. So it's very, very plastic, his usage. So, all this being said, we have to remember that this month we have the promo with these two bundles. We have the bundle of Nourish and the bundle of Restore together with vitamin C. And that's, I mean, a plus because we really take care about the skin glowing from inside, as I said many times, and also from outside. This is the better season since we can use vitamin C very safely. We don't have that much sun like in summer. And remember that we also have this wonderful free travel powder container. So we can really bring with us the Nourish and Restore wherever we go. And remember that this is also the right time to have this promo because we are going to face Christmas holiday pretty soon. So everybody wants to face Christmas in perfect shape so we can get ready for Christmas and use our Restore and Nourish. We can survive at Christmas holiday eating in all the day that is possible the Nourish and taking every day Restore. So we are going to support our poor gut that is going to overwork during the holidays. And then we can, reset the situation after the holidays are gone. We started the VIP program. So with the promo, we are going to have 315 points plus the 50%. And when the people are going and we are going to reorder the promo, the bundles, we are going to double the points. So I think we have a very huge quantity of reasons to use this unbelievable promo. And remember that Nourish and Restore are a very perfect combo. Restore opens the door to all the good work that Nourish can do. For me, I think it's everything. So I just stop the presentation. I really thank you, all of you, for being here with us tonight. I hope to see you soon and have a great evening. Thank you.